Hello and welcome back to homeschoolcurriculumcenter.com. We are your source for curriculum reviews and resources. We give you information on everything homeschool, including top curriculum choices, free curriculum options, best online curriculum, and resources for every subject. So, welcome back. Thank you for joining us on today. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when we upload videos on the latest homeschooling resources. So we are back with another great homeschooling resource. Today's resource is a history resource, and it is called Curiosity Chronicles. Let's take a look at how this curriculum works. So it is based on these two characters here, Todd and Mona. They take some journeys through history to learn about the different historical periods there. It is a secular curriculum, so it is non-religious, it is inclusive, and it does teach global history. The global history taught here is from a non-Eurocentric point of view. So it is secular and fact-based, so there's no religious point of view there with this curriculum. It is global and inclusive from a non-Eurocentric point of view. It is neurodivergent, so there are great accommodations there for students of all learners, all types of learning styles. So there are audiobooks to Minecraft integration, there are writing modifications, so lots of ways of learning there. It is also very low prep and flexible, so it can fit any family style or schedule, so that's a good plus there. It is multi-age, so you can teach this curriculum to all of your children all at once. So that's considered family style learning, where you don't have to get separate books or separate grade levels. You can teach all of your children all together, doesn't matter the age range or the grade level. So that's a great option there for families with multiple children and not having to split those grade level curriculum. It is also very rich with cultural history. So it does integrate art, science, music, dance, mathematics, architecture, and philosophy within this history curriculum. So let's take a look here at this curriculum. Sounds like a great option here for learning. So the different levels here are ancient history. This is for grades 1st through 6th. It discovers how human civilization began, and it follows its progress to the year of 550 CE. Then we go to medieval history. This is for 2nd through 6th. You learn about the exciting era of the medieval history, covering the events from 550 to 1550. Then you go into early modern history. You do this from 3rd to 8th grade. You dive into 2 volumes, exploring rich cultures across the world and the origins of colonization and globalization. And then there's modern history. This is 5th through 10th grade. You explore how the modern world took shape in the first 3 volumes, covering the history from 1850 onward. All right, this curriculum is a very rich curriculum here. It does include the interdisciplinary connections there of learning with, remember, all those subject areas that are combined there with integration. It is very hands-on, so there's lots of map work, timelines, supplemental reading, art projects, science projects, research projects, recipes, Minecraft building prompts, review activities, and more to ensure the students are learning with that hands-on learning there. Helps students also develop those critical thinking skills. That's a great added bonus there. And so it helps children to learn how to discuss those complex ideas. Remember, there's some dialogue in this curriculum between the 2 main characters of Mona and Todd. It's in that dialogue format that gives alternative views and points of views from compelling or competing historical facts. So lots of information. This is a very unique history curriculum here. You can learn a lot about cultural history and with the integration of all those subject areas there. So great option. Let's take a deeper look at each of their components here. So with the ancient history, this is, of course, from the covering history up to 550 CE for 1st through 6th grade. It contains 42 chapters focused on the Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, the Americas, China, Greece, and Rome, plus a few more stops along the way to worlds like West Africa and the Pacific Islands. On their website, you can view their printable table of contents here. You can also shop by the curriculum on their site. You can also download samples here to kind of check it out before you buy. So great options there. Here's a snapshot of the ancient history timelines. You can see what will be learned in that curriculum. And then here are the products here. So there's a snapshot. There's the core book of the ancient history. This is a hardcover or available in a PDF as well. Then you have the instructor's guide. This will be what you would use as a parent to kind of teach your supplemental reading, suggestions, hands-on activities, and more in their vocabulary. Then you have the student guide. This is where the students will work from and do their comprehension questions, activity pages, coloring pages, activities, and more. Then you have the audiobooks. So this is for those neurodivergent learners who need multiple ways of learning, and then you can hear it by audio there. Then you have the timeline kit as well as a lap book or interactive notebook. So lots of great ways here to learn. You do not need to buy all of the products. You can pick and choose what you want to include in your homeschool. That's why homeschooling is so flexible. You can pick and choose based on your children's learning style and what you need to work in your home. All right, so snapshot of medieval times. Here's a medieval history. It's from 550 to 1550. This one contains 36 chapters. It covers history across the globe, including Imperial China, the Holy Roman Empire, the Aztec Empire, the Islamic Empire, the Heian Japanese, the Ghana Empire, the French and English monarchies, and the Byzantine Empire. So once again, you can view some samples here and also order the actual curriculum on the bottom here. Comes with the same core book, instructor guide, student guide, audio book there, as well as the interactive timeline and the interactive notebook or lap book there. Okay. And then also with early modern history, the same setup there. This was actually 2 volumes. So it's broken down. It's a lot of history covered here from the time period of 1550 to 1850. Okay. So a lot of important events here. So it's divided into 2 volumes. Volume 1 is aimed at 3rd through 7th grade. It covers 1550 to 1765. It does contain 36 chapters divided into 18 sections. And so the topics here are places like colonial America, the British Empire, the King, China, the Japanese Warring States period, the Jamaican Maroons, the Ottoman Empire, the Caribbean Pirates, and the Congo Empire. And then you go into volume 2. This is aimed at 4th through 8th grade there. And so this is from 1765 to 1850. It contains the 36 chapters divided into 18 sections. And the topics here in this volume is the unification of Hawaii, the American, French, Haitian, Mexican, and Bolivarian revolutions, the rise and fall of Napoleon, the growth of the abolition movement, the Industrial Revolution, the rise of the middle class, the Opium Wars in China, the creation of the Zulu Empire, the Irish potato famine, and more. So packed with lots of historical events there. Here's a snapshot of the timeline here. You can look at that, as well as this volume 1 and then volume 2 timeline, and then some cultural corners there, the early modern history products there. You can buy the full level print curriculum package here. You buy a full level mixed format and you can see what's covered with that. And then the full level digital format there. So several options for purchasing on their website, or you can buy the same individual items here a la carte on their site. So lots of options there, bundles and options for volume 1 and volume 2. All right, let's take a quick peek here at the last option here available for history, and this will be modern history here. I think this one is in 3 volumes, so a lot of history to cover there. Of course, it's for the 5th to 8th grade, so the upper level there, it covers history from 1850 to the 2000s, so our current present day. This is a lot. Well, the estimated page count for the modern level is over 1,000 pages, lots of history there. It is split into 3 volumes, so don't worry that it's too thick of a book for you. Volume 1 covers 1850 to the eve of World War I in 1914. Then Volume 2 will begin at World War I and conclude with the aftermath of World War II. So World War I to World War II, and then Volume 3 will begin during the rise of the Cold War and continue to the early 2000s. So each volume is 36 chapters organized in 18 sections. The chapters in each section are related to the topics. You can easily study the two chapters a week. So it follows the flow of history there. And so definitely take a look here at this curriculum. This is a great, great option. There are lots of important events covered in this section of curriculum, like the British colonization across the globe, the unification of Italy and Germany, the American Civil War, the end of chattel slavery, the origins of reservations and residential schools in the U.S. and Canada, the Meiji Restoration, the French colonization in Southeast Asia. So a lot of information here, the scramble of Africa, the origin of Zionism, and on and more to modern inventions, consumerism, women's rights movement, and more. So definitely take a look. Lots of information here with this history curriculum. Remember, it's secular based, so there's non-religious views with it. It can lend itself to be taught in a family style view there. There's lots of interactive activities, so that's not just a straight workbook curriculum. So you can take a peek here and see how it looks there. There is a textbook, student workbook, teacher's guide, and other helps as well. So definitely take a look. This this kind of gives you a layout of how you can teach this curriculum. So you can start with the study of the chapter first and kind of read about it in the textbook there. You can study the next chapter, so read maybe 2 chapters per week. And then you can deepen your understanding by reading some supplemental books based on that topic there. And then you can also do some hands-on activities to kind of really explore more based on that same topic. And then you can sum it up by doing a lap book on both of the chapters. So there's a great breakdown there of how you can work this curriculum. So this is like a very detailed, very involved history curriculum. So if you want more hands-on, very involved, very detailed, this would be the curriculum for you. Now, as you're researching history ideas, definitely check out our YouTube playlist here for social studies and history topics. You can also go over to Homeschool Reading Resources, where we have a guide there. It is a list of history, social studies, geography curriculum for homeschoolers. So if you check out this guide, it is a free instant download, and it will give you a list of curriculum options for more research until you narrow down the curriculum of your choice. You can also, while you're waiting and trying to figure out which curriculum to go with, you can do a couple of quick units here that are available at homeschoolhistorycurriculum.com. These are some quick individual standalone units. So if you want to focus on a particular topic, do something fun like cultural celebrations, this is a great place to pick up some individual units that are not connected to a main overall curriculum. So definitely go head over to homeschoolhistorycurriculum.com and you can check out other curriculum options as well and other curriculum units for history and social studies. So remember to share this video with other homeschooling families so they have this information also. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when we upload videos on the latest homeschooling resources. Also, check out that description box. There are lots of helpful links in there. And remember, happy homeschooling.